Story time. This is a nightmare Tinder date. I was talking to this guy named Derek, and we had been talking for like a month, FaceTiming for hours. I really liked him. He really liked me. He lived about an hour away, but then we were like, okay, like, I think it's time for us to meet in person. And so we agreed that we were going to meet at a restaurant in the middle. Well, as I'm driving there, he said that his grandma had fallen and he doesn't feel right about leaving her. And he also said that like his grandma lived with him, but that it was like his house and he owned it and blah, 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 whatever. It don't matter. And so I thought about saying like, well, let's just reschedule. And he was like, no, I don't want to reschedule. I feel really bad. Can you just come to my place and I'll cook you like a really nice fancy dinner? Like, please, I was really excited to see you. I should have said no, but I said yes. I get there, and this literally looks like the worst neighborhood in the worst part of town. And I want to just drive away. But he sees me from his porch, and he's like, so I was like, great, now I can't drive away. So I go in, and he ordered takeout. He ordered Chili's to go. Okay, I thought you were cooking me dinner, but whatever. So now we're eating and we're talking, and I'm just feeling very uncomfortable. The house stinks. This was not the plan. You were supposed to meet me. And then I see it. He has a ankle monitor on, and he sees that I see it, and he tries to like move his leg back so I can't see it. But then he was like, oh, you're probably wondering what that's about. And I'm like, and he's like, my ex lied about a bunch of stuff, and I'm on house arrest. And I was like, oh, okay, how long are you on house arrest for? And he said another 8 months. How long have you been on house arrest? Also, you must have done something like significantly wrong to get it on that long. But I'm like, okay. Now I'm just very nervous. Now I want to leave. Now I'm like, what have I got myself into? So then we hear banging on the door, and it is a woman yelling, Derek, get out here, Derek. Whose car is that outside? Whose car is that? I know you got some bitch in there. Oh my God. And I was like, do you have a girlfriend? And he was like, no. He was like, I'm so embarrassed. I'm gonna make her leave. He opens up the door talking about, oh, I'm gonna have Allie beat your ass. Me? I'm not beating anyone's ass. And then she was like, well, tell her come out then. He was like, yeah, she right in here. What? So then she's like stepping in the doorway. He's not letting her inside, but she was like, oh, come out then. And I'm like, I'm leaving. I was like, I have no idea. I don't know nothing about this. I have no part in this. I was like, girl, he's yours. You can have him. I don't want nothing to do with him. And now he's looking at me and he was like, wow, really? After everything we've been through? What have we been through? I'm leaving. Like, yeah, I deleted all the apps. It took me a while to get back out there.
Let's refresh my makeup while I do a story time on how I almost got unalive by my Tinder hookup. So, the year is 2020. My father had just passed away that May, like early May. And then I had a job offer to move to Nebraska, also in early May, for my first professional job after college. Right? Cool, whatever. Had a little boyfriend at the time. Wasn't super serious, and honestly he was super insensitive to the fact that my father had just died, so we broke up. I'm like 2 months into living in Omaha, and I get on Tinder. I'm like, let's find something, because I was bored. So I did that and found a guy named, let's call him Paul. I found this guy named Paul, and we matched. His background looks like he's in a barracks, like an army barracks. So I thought maybe he's Air Force. Never came up in conversation. We were just talking all day, chatting about bullshit, tattoos, music, random stuff. But it became the end of the day, and I decided, he seems worthy for a call over. So I invite him to my townhouse. Fucking mistake. Paul gets there around like 9:30. We garden a little bit, just a tiniest little bit, from a little gardening vase, and then we go into my room. We were in the guest room at first, so just for reference. But we go into my room, I turn on the little mood lights I got some LED lights. And then he starts freaking out, like, instantly. He's like, oh my God, it's fucking real. It's fucking real. I'm like, what's real? And then he's like, it's the no. So at this point, I'm like, am I being pranked? Is he trying to be funny? Like, you know, what the fuck is going on? And he grabs my trash can, and so I'm like, you know, let's put that down. And when I like touch him, it triggers him, and he's like, starts cussing himself out, starts cussing at the sky, like cussing out a dead family member. I don't know, but he's going in on the uncle he's talking to. And then I'm like, look, you need to leave. So he gets up, or he's already standing up. He leaves my room and goes across the hall to the bathroom. Is still going in on himself. He's in the mirror, like cussing himself out. And so I'm like, look, you gotta go. You need to leave my house right now. And he's like, I'll rip the braids out your head, you black bitch. Or something like that. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no, he called me a black bitch. That's for sure. And I've never been called a black bitch before in my life, especially by a black man. So I was just like, okay. And he said, that's why I brought my gun to kill you. And I said, oh, you brought your gun to kill me? Okay. I went and got my phone, ran out the door, went to my neighbor's house, and asked them to call the cops. Well, no, I didn't ask them to call the cops. I got over there and called the cops. Then I called my stepmom, because she lived in Omaha at the time, too. And I'm like, you know, there's a guy in my apartment right now. Can you guys come over and help me out? And so her and her husband come over. And when they get here, or get to my house, the guy is like, you can hear him banging around. And we finally go to the front, and he's in the front yard, like swinging around one of my microphones. He broke one of my hourglasses I had, and the cops are like tackling him down to the ground. And he's like, no, don't do it, please, no. And then the cops ask me, well, where's the bag at that you're talking about? And so I'm like, oh, let's go find the bag. And lo and behold, when I go get the bag, I look inside, and in the sea of Magnum condoms there's a gun, because I guess he was actually planning to shoot me. So, yeah, there's the story. And he ended up getting charged with domestic terroristic threats, something like that. I ended up moving townhouses because I was fucking terrified. I had just moved there, like I said. And I was just trying to do the thing you do in college, you know, go on Tinder and find somebody to hook up with. But this is not college, this is real life. I'm living in a whole different state. So I don't know why the fuck I did that, but you live and you learn. Don't do that ever. Especially first meet up kids. So yeah, that's the story time. Also, I did like a little research into the guy, and when I went on his Facebook profile, he had like some meme up about like loving black women, but then someone commented like, you? Like question mark? So it just makes me think, was it all like all the conversation and stuff we had like just a ploy to get to my house so he can kill me because I was a black bitch? Or I don't know. I guess we'll never know.
I just matched with my dead wife on Tinder. I had numbly swiped left so many times in a row, I almost missed it. I wish I had. My wife Alison has been dead for 2 full years. Yet there she was, on Tinder, smiling at me, in a photo I'd never seen. All of the air went out the room. I skimmed through the rest of her profile. There was no writing, but 3 other pictures of my dead wife I'd never seen before, including one with the Statue of Liberty behind her, even though I knew she'd never been to New York City. At least to my knowledge. I swiped right and breathed for the first time in nearly 2 minutes. I struggled to sleep for the next 48 hours, never getting a match, ready to message Tinder and tell them someone was impersonating my beloved dead wife on their app and doing some kind of magical Photoshop to put in her pictures. The match came at 3:33 a.m, lighting up my phone. I was already awake. The match came with a message, just a simple, "Hi." The absolute worst in any situation, let alone this one. So true. I mashed the letters on my phone as hard and as fast as I could. Who is this? Why are you doing this? And where did you get these pictures of my wife? She died of cervical cancer 2 years ago, you monster.
Oh. That's so dark.
I had to wait for another 24 hours before I got an answer. It came in the middle of the night again. Derek, I miss you. I'm sorry for what happened. That was it. Sorry for what happened? She died of natural causes she in no way could have controlled. And was I supposed to believe that my dead wife's spirit decided to inhabit a Tinder profile and hit me up on it? I got another message as these thoughts ran through my head. Are you home? What? What the fuck? I got another answer before I could form my own. I'm outside. My blood ran cold.
Oh.
Something rattled in the darkness of my kitchen, and I jumped up and readied myself in bed and then realised it was just the ice dropping in the ice maker in the freezer.
Sorry? Is that something that happens?
Yeah.
On its own?
It's like...
in big fridges. Wow.
Another message. Holy shit. Let me in, please. Fuck.
No. How about no?
What? Someone had to be fucking about with me, but who would be this impossibly cruel and diabolical? There may have been a couple of people who didn't like me at work, but no one would go anywhere near this far. Another message. Never mind, no more time for thought, just reading. Never mind. I got in. I heard the front door of my house close and I tightened up in my bed. I started to write back. Another message rang in before I could shoot mine off.
Rang in? What? Excuse
Also,
me?
what are you shooting off, Derek? You're on Tinder too soon, Derry. The pet name only the two of us use between each other. Derry. The logistics of who knew that name flashed through my head as I heard footsteps approach my unlocked bedroom door. Then the footsteps stopped right outside. They were accompanied by a fresh message in my inbox.
Ding.
You were supposed to mourn me, not try to fuck 23-year-olds on Tinder. I realised right there that it was even following Alison's quirk to impeccably punctuate any kind of message, even if it didn't matter, putting the dashes into the 23-year-old. I spoke, finally. Alison, I'm sorry. I love you. I miss you. I've been sick to my stomach for 2 years, but I had to move on. Throughout most mornings for almost a year, I was wrecked. I couldn't work. I couldn't do anything, but I'm finally starting to put it together. I pleaded into the wood of my bedroom door. My throat went dry. I couldn't speak anymore, too choked up, just like I'd been when I tried to give Alison's eulogy. I'm fucking sorry. Everything hurts. Every day. You're my only love. Forever. I couldn't hear or see anything, but I could sense someone out there on the other side of the door. Then I couldn't. Then I heard footsteps walk away.
Oh.
Then I heard my door close again. I checked the app. I had a message waiting for me. Okay. Goodbye. XO. I felt like my spine tried to climb out of my body. My entire being went numb. I couldn't feel anything other than an odd, disconnected pain. It was her. I walked out to the front door and looked outside. There were no signs of life. I went back to my phone in the bedroom. Alison's profile had been deleted. I felt okay. Until a couple of nights ago, after I came back from a date with a 26-year-old I met off Tinder.
Jerry!
Came home tipsy after a few drinks and a make-out session in my car. I was on a high. I'm sorry.
Are you fucking 17?
Yeah, he's obviously reverted back to his,
Fuck off, Derek.
high school jock face. I checked the app to see photos of the girl whose tongue had just been in my mouth and noticed that I had a new like. He's fucking minging.
I hate Derek so much. I hope he fucking dies.
I would haunt the fuck out of Derek.
I would mess around
I'd
with
come
that
back.
dick so
Yeah, you would, wouldn't you?
much. Yeah.
I had a new like. I had my account on premium. Of course he fucking does. I had my account on premium so I could see who it was. It was Alison again, but with the same profile. She was only 1 mile away. I swipe right. Let's see where it goes.
I just had the worst, most awkward, terrible Tinder date of my life. And I just need to talk about it real quick because this is insane. So I started talking to this guy literally today. We matched on Tinder today and he was messaging me and was pretty adamant. I didn't answer him at first and then he messaged me again. So I was like, whatever, I'll give him a chance. Sure. So he's messaging me and basically is add me on Snapchat. I deleted my Snapchat and my Instagram. Long story, but I basically was like, oh, I don't have Snapchat, like you can text me. So I gave him my number and he starts texting me. And basically off the bat, he's like, I really want to see you. Like, what are you doing later? Like, let's go to the movies. Let's go on a date. And like, he seemed so nice. He was so cute. On his Tinder bio, it said he was in finance. He's 6 feet. He had a bunch of pictures. He was like verified. So real person. Like, I was like, okay, like, sure, let's go on a date. And he sent me like the movie and everything, and basically I was like, yeah, like I'm down, like let's do it. And he was like, awesome, like bought the tickets, like I'll see you tonight, blah blah blah. And then we're planning out like when we wanted to meet, if we wanted to meet like prior, all this stuff. We talked like all day basically. And so it finally came to like before we were going, and he tells me that his car is in the shop and he has to Uber, and it would be really nice if I wanted to pick him up. Instant fucking red flag. I should have just ran then. Don't know why I didn't. I was already in deep enough. I was just like, yeah, no, like we should just meet there, like just Uber. So he's like fine with that, whatever. So he Ubers there, I'm driving, and he gets there like a few minutes before me. So I call him when I pull in. I'm like, hey, I just got here. We got there like an hour early because we wanted to meet up and like talk and stuff before. I wanted to like get to know him, because when you're at a movie, you can't talk and get to know the person. I'm so stupid for all of this. In hindsight, like I see this now. Anyway, I call him. I'm like, oh, like, do you want to like come in my car and like we can like hang out in here and like talk before the movie or whatever? And he's like, yeah, sure. Like, I'll come out, just park wherever. Thank God I park literally right front and center, like under the lights. There's people outside. There's people in their cars. Like, so I'm parked right front and center. He gets in my car and like all is like fine. And we're talking, whatever. And I basically like had to tell him. So before I left my house, I realized I had a cold sore on my lip, whatever. Like, a lot of people get them. I've gotten them ever since I was a little kid. I don't know, but I know they're contagious, and I know it's basically herpes or whatever. So I had to tell him, and it was like the worst thing to have to tell someone on a first date. And I was so nervous. I was so scared. And I'm like, if you want to leave now, like if you're all set, like I get it, like don't worry. I was like, I swear I don't have any other diseases. Like, this is it. I have a cold sore and I have to tell you, because like, yeah, like if we kiss, you know, like obviously we can't. And he's like laughing. He's like, you're so cute. He's like, no, like I don't care. I actually just got over one myself. Like, it's fine. Like, I want to kiss you. And I was like, oh, like, okay. I was like, your choice, you know? And he's like, can I kiss you? And I was like, sure. Mind you, we literally were only talking for like 5 minutes, not even. Anyways, starts kissing me, keeps kissing me, and like grabs my leg, and I'm like, oh God, like, okay, this is not like, not what I imagined. So I kind of pull away. I started a different conversation. We started talking. He's just acting like really weird. Like, he was like kind of annoyed that I like pulled out of the kiss. And so I asked him like, oh, like what happened to your car? Like, why is it in the shop? And he starts being so weird and like moving around. He's like, yeah, like actually it's really embarrassing. I lost my license on the 4th of July. I got a DUI, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, like in my head, I'm like, okay, this guy already lied to me about something like this. Like, this is just that I already have awful vibes about this. Anyways, we get over that, and he just keeps like wanting to make out and like kiss, and I'm like I just feel like I have to, like it was a really awkward situation. And then he starts grabbing my hand and putting it, I'm sure you can guess where, and I basically had to pull away and like tell him like, I just want to like get this out of the way now. I'm not trying to do all that, you know, like, no. And his whole demeanor changed. He completely changes, and he's basically tells me like that's all he wanted. Like, that's why he came tonight. That's why he did all this, because he was expecting that. And I like had to tell him no, like, sorry. And before this too, he was telling me that I should move parking spots or whatever, and I wouldn't. And even after me telling him that I'm not doing all that, he still kept trying to get me to move my car to like the back of the theater where it's like completely dark, and he's just acting really off and really weird. And instantly I'm just getting like awful vibes. Like I'm just like, and then he starts like gaslighting me, telling me that I led him on. Huh? Like, I'm so sorry for agreeing to go to the movies with you and I wouldn't pick you up. Like, I didn't even argue with him because I'm like, if I get this man angry, like, who knows what's gonna happen. I mean, thank God I'm right in front of the theater under the lights and like there's people around, so. But he was like making jokes too, because like I had a nice car. He's like, because I kept saying like, oh, like, I hope you don't kill me, like I hope you're not a murderer. And he's like, yeah, I could like literally kill you right now and like take your car, like you have a nice car, blah blah. And like, I don't know, maybe it was just jokes, like, because I was joking about it, but it felt really off to me. And you could tell he was like really pissed off and he kept trying to get me to like want to do stuff with him and like he was like, oh, like maybe we can still go see the movie. Mind you, I did check before I went and we would have been the only 2 people in that movie. Like, I had awful vibes. I was like, no. I'm like, I don't want to waste your time. Like, your time's valuable. And he's like sulking. He's like, my time's not valuable. Like, I'm like, okay, you clearly are a psychopath and you clearly have no self-esteem and you probably will just kill me. Like, I don't even know if I can post this because I can't say all this stuff. Whatever, I'm posting it. But yeah, so basically I started crying and was just trying to make him feel as bad as possible because I'm like, I don't want this guy to kill me right now. Like he was being really weird. Like there's so much I could explain, but I had so many red flags. Thank God I had my like smarts about me and whatever, like this could have ended so much worse. He basically was like, oh, like, will you at least wait for me, like my Uber to get here? And I was like, yeah, like, sure, like I'm not gonna like piss you off anymore. Like his Uber got there and like whatever, he's gone. I'm low-key kind of scared. I'm like, is there a tracker in my car? Is there something? Like, I don't know. I'm just gonna pray all is fine, I'm okay, but if I wake up dead tomorrow, y'all know what happened. But I shouldn't even joke like that. But anyway, I'm never going on another date again, and that's just that. Sorry, he ruined it for everyone. Okay, good night, bye. I'm happy to be alive.